Hey folks, it's Rod with Power Group. Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, and interviews. Also home to the best MJ community. Today is Thursday, November 9th, and in this video we're going to dive into Canopy Growth's Q2 2024 earnings. We'll do a review. Spoiler alert, they did miss big in terms of estimates, which a lot of people on the poll that I put out yesterday were expecting, myself included. But we'll take a look at the chart, some technicals, and what to expect in terms of price action in the next days, weeks, months ahead. I'll give my thoughts and opinions, but this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment and informational purposes only. It's been a busy week, like I mentioned it would be. We had a ton of companies that were reporting earnings. Aurora did today as well. They were up about 20% after hours on record positive adjusted EBITDA. But unfortunately, Canopy only up a few percent actually after hours, which is a little surprising. But the fact that we pulled back today with the broader market likely cushioned the blow a little bit, as opposed to running, if we ran into earnings and then missed, it more than likely would have been down 5-10% after hours. Before we get to it though, make sure to smash the like. It helps support me in the channel. Doesn't cost you anything. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell, all that good stuff, and you'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. Also, make sure to give Power Group a follow on X. The handle for that is @GroupPow. Going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward. Also, we do have a sponsor for today's video, and that sponsor is called Moomoo. They are founded by a NASDAQ-listed fintech with over 20 million users worldwide. It's a customer-focused trading platform, and they understand what you need in stock trading. They also have long trading hours, 4 a.m. to 8 p.m., which is awesome, and you won't miss a market move ever again with those long trading hours. Moomoo has a very low trading fee as well, and free level 2 data, which is very useful, and they have other tools that can make it easy for anyone to trade like a pro. I also love the fact that you can use Moomoo on both the desktop and mobile, so you can keep up with your trades on the go. And that's not all. You can use my link in the description or in the comment section below. You can win a cash prize, and you can get up to $1,520 cash reward just from creating an account. They're also holding a paper trading contest, so just by practicing and sharpening your trading and paper trading skills, you could win an iPhone 15 or other hot Apple products as well. So be sure to check that out in the description or in the comments section below if you'd like to learn more. Canopy Growth reports second quarter fiscal year 2024 financial results. We'll go through this here on some of the highlights, but they did miss in terms of revenue estimates and EPS. We were expecting 73.44 million, and they came in at 69.6 million, so a pretty big miss there. And then in terms of EPS, they were forecasting negative 0.1636. They had a net loss for the quarter of 148.2 million. So if we scroll down here, you can see that they actually had negative EPS of 0.43. So again, a very big miss there in terms of that. They did mention BioSteel contributing to that on the conference call, which we'll look at here in just a moment, and I'll give kind of an update on that. But like I said, expecting negative 0.1636, so big miss in terms of EPS, and still a substantial loss there. And then, like I said, revenue did miss by a little over 3 million as well. So they had strong execution, and it drove significant improvement in gross margins and reduced cash burn in Q2 fiscal year 2024. Management did reaffirm that expectations to achieve positive adjusted EBITDA in all business units exiting fiscal year 2024. So we know that, like I said, Aurora was up about 20% after hours on record of positive adjusted EBITDA. Solidified foundation expected to deliver profitable growth and achieve sustainable MJ market leadership. So today they reported their second quarter 2024 financial results. That's for the period ending September 30th, 2023. And all financial information in this press release is reported in Canadian dollars, unless otherwise indicated. So some highlights: their Canadian MJ business delivered its third consecutive quarter of organic revenue growth while significantly reducing costs. Achieved Q2 fiscal year 2024 net revenue of 70 million. Consolidated gross margin was 34% in Q2 fiscal year 2024 compared to negative 1% in Q2 fiscal year 2023, primarily driven by the business transformation initiatives executed since the beginning of fiscal year 2023. They also delivered additional cost reduction of 54 million in Q2 fiscal year 2024, bringing the total cost reduction of 226 million since the beginning of fiscal year 2023. Management is tightening its previously announced cost reduction target to 270 million to 300 million by the end of fiscal year 2024. With the completed sale of Canopy's Hersey Drive facility, generated aggregate gross proceeds of approximately 155 million from facility sales since April 1st, 2023. Reduced overall debt by $364 million to $681 million in Q2 fiscal year 2024. Total debt reduction of approximately $1 billion delivered since the beginning of fiscal year 2023. Some remarks from CEO David Klein. But again, most people probably have already gone through this, and I do want to go through this as quickly as possible here in effort of time. But yeah, like I said, gross margin 34%, which is pretty decent. Definitely room to grow there. If you look at some of the alcohol segments of some businesses, they're in the 40, 50 percentile range, and 34, and then gross margin percentage adjusted basis is 33%. So not bad at all. Financial highlights. So Canadian MJ, I already went through most of this. I just want to go through free cash flow from continued operations of negative $67 million, comprised of cash from operations, which included $28 million of cash interest payment and capital expenditure of $1 million in Q2 2024. Net debt balance was $411 million as of September 30th, 2023, compared to $474 million June 30th, 2023. And then they go over some business highlights. So improved product portfolio driving profitable growth of Canadian MJ business. Strong demand is expected to accelerate growth in international medical MJ markets. And yeah, they got Kincardine facility got EU GMP certification for that Ontario cultivation facility that bolsters the company's ability to supply international medical MJ markets. Expanded Storz & Bickel product portfolio with the introduction of new Venti portable vaporizer. And then they have a platform in the US demonstrating asset-light growth capabilities. And then, yeah, they mentioned in the conference call as well that Jetty introduced an award-winning vape product in Colorado and achieved number 3 market share in the solventless vape category in that state in just 3 months after launch. They also mentioned that they had 17% stake in TerraSend. And they mentioned Ohio voters approving legalization, and Acreage seeing some having a nice footprint in the Ohio. So they seem very optimistic. But Acreage debuted its Superflux MJ craft brand in New Jersey. The initial launch introduced 4 limited edition small batch flower strains crafted with bespoke genetics, including Red Carpet, Runts, and Silly Rabbit. All right, we'll go through this here. The SEC staff, in which the staff indicated that despite the reorganization amendments, it would object to the deconsolidation of Canopy USA once Canopy USA acquires Wana, Jetty, or fixed shares of Acreage. We are currently assessing additional structural amendments to Canopy USA that would facilitate the deconsolidation of Canopy USA from the financial results of Canopy Growth, and intend to maintain active discussions with the staff on such changes. So to be continued there with regards to Canopy USA, and we should find out some more information with that over the next couple of quarters as reform starts to heat up in the US. So they go through their revenue by channel. They did mention that Storz & Bickel was seeing moderate growth, but not a whole lot. But they expect that to increase over the next couple of quarters, just based on seasonality. And like I said, we did have the conference call, which I joined that as well. But that's pretty much it in terms of highlights. Like I said, in terms of the conference call, they mentioned that BioSteel, they still were feeling some of the effects of that. So that attributed to the loss that we've seen and the negative EPS, which that should improve over the next couple of quarters as well. But again, it was on this quarter, so it did impact them. And like I said, because BioSteel got creditor protection, we should start to see that net loss narrow. But it was a fairly short and sweet call. There wasn't a whole lot of questions as well from analysts, which I was a little surprised about. But yeah, it was pretty short and sweet. And then other than that, yeah, they mentioned 70% stake in TerraSend, but that was pretty much it. In terms of after hours price, we are currently sitting at 53 cents. So we were up at 54 cents, but you can see here in terms of their estimates in USD came in at negative 0.317, estimate negative 0.116, and then estimated revenue USD 54.129 came in at 51.237. And we did confirm a daily downtrend today with a high, low, lower high, and lower low. I mentioned yesterday that I was more than likely expecting a down day today and into tomorrow potentially. because of the fact that the S&P 500 was due for daily consolidation, and it had been, I think, 9 trading days in a row where we hadn't lost the low of the previous daily candle on the S&P 500, and today we did. And then that could spell more weakness into tomorrow as well. And if we see that weakness in the broader market, that could be headwinds for Canopy as well. But if we zoom out to the weekly chart here, we are at risk of a weekly downtrend. So it's all about 47.5 cents. That level must hold. If it doesn't, then we confirm a weekly downtrend, and we zoom out to the monthly, and we look for monthly consolidation to continue for the second month in a row. But then we'll just look for a higher low compared to 34 cents on this monthly consolidation as we look to confirm monthly uptrends. We also need to see weekly EMA 12 and 26 bull crosses, which hasn't happened since November 2020, on the run up to $56. Then we had the bear cross from 56 all the way down to 34 cents. So again, we need to see that bull cross occur on the weekly time frame. We need to see monthly uptrends confirm, and we need to see golden crosses on the daily time frame with the 50 and the 200 crossing, which it's looking like it could be multiple weeks out. So again, remain patient. Full disclosure, I am a Canopy Growth shareholder, and it's not, a big portion of my MJ portfolio. It's less than 10%, but I think it's a little over 5% at the moment. But check out my top 5 MJ holding video if you haven't seen that. And then I also did another video, my entire MJ portfolio breakdown with percentages. But it has slightly changed a little bit, but I'll probably do another update in a couple of months once there's enough changes to report on. But like I said, watch 47.5 cent resistance as support as key support, as if we lose that, we confirm a weekly downtrend and continue monthly consolidation, and looking for a monthly higher low ultimately compared to 34 cents. All right, going to end it there. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this earnings, if you joined the earnings call, what was your biggest takeaway from there. But like I said, the fact that BioSteel just recently got creditor protection, we should start to see that loss narrow. It should start to improve over the next couple of quarters. And once federally permissible, they're going to be set up very, very well for the USA market, with potential for acquiring acreage. Lots to be looking out for on the horizon in terms of rescheduling and catalysts, and MJ Act up for review here in Canada. So in our own backyard, we could see some improvements with regards to taxation, marketing, advertising, labeling, product labeling, all that stuff. So just keep an eye out on that. There's a ton of catalysts. Don't fall asleep on the sector, because things are heating up in a big way, no pun intended. All right, going to end it there. Going to leave you with this video as well from Mumu. You can check that out. And again, make sure to check out the comment section and the description section if you want to learn more about that cash bonus of $1,520. All right, have a great night. It's Rod with Power Group. Thanks again for joining us in the pursuit of wealth, and we'll see you again on the next video.